Greetings, citations. My name is DrapPep, and welcome to a interview about the Kingdom Hearts experience. Today, I'm here with Hijinks,
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Hyro Hijinks.
and he will be providing the questions for this interview.
Yeah, and in case you didn't know, it's focusing on DrapPep's first Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts. First, would it be the longest Let's Play you ever done?
Close to it, actually.
Close to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I would say like it's 156 parts, right? Or is it 158? I kind of lost forgot the
I
last
stopped
digit.
counting after 100 episodes. I was like, yeah, this is consuming my life. Got it.
Oh, story of my life.
Oh man. When
Yeah.
people recommended me to record Kingdom Hearts, I didn't realize what they were saying was,
I
"Hey,
was one of
adopt a
them.
life." You're one of them. They're like, "Hey, adopt a lifestyle. This is going to consume you."
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans warned me about that franchise. Kingdom Hearts fans did not warn me about that franchise.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm one of those asshole friends. Like, I don't know if you could post this here, but I linked you one of the memes of
Oh.
of one of the levels.
Obviously, don't go and do that.
Now, you do whatever you like.
We can't condone anything of the sort.
No, we can't live.
I'm one of those guys. Like, no, go ahead, go do it, go explore, live,
live your life, do it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, no, that's me to you. I was like, I want content, damn it. All right, so without dragging this long, let's move on with the questions.
Okay.
All right, first question. What is your least and most favorite world in Kingdom Hearts? One.
All right. I would say my most favorite has to be Halloween Town. Hands down. Great artwork. I loved how they introduced all the individual key characters, but in their own storyline. Like every other world, they were following somewhat of that storyline, but they did something new with Halloween Town where it was Jack Skellington wanting to dance with the Heartless. That was never Jack Skellington dancing. That was never in Nightmare Before Christmas. So it was like an original story for that world compared to the other ones, and I loved that.
Yeah, yeah, that world is actually my favorite too.
Yeah,
mostly because of the design of the world in general, the music, and I actually love how they designed the characters that you play. Like you're playing as Sora, and you see his design is very gothic, but also very mystical. Like I love the white gloves, that makes it a nice touch, and the eyes of Sora is very good. The only thing that made it distracting from your Let's Play is from the beginning, your Keyblade did not match his design.
Yeah.
Like you're holding a wiffle bat that with a freaking crab glued to the end. I'm like, oh, that does not look good.
Stand back, Heartless. I have crabs.
Yeah. Be careful, I have crabs. Because of the sword, by the way.
But what's your least favorite world?
I would have to say my least favorite world was probably Atlantica.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, Atlantica was my least favorite. The fact that that same song was playing over and over again on loop, it was driving me slightly insane. I wanted to go to that world the least amount of times among all of the other worlds I went to. And that's also including the Wonderland world.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd rather do Wonderland more than Atlantica.
Yeah, but Wonderland was still fun. It was, it's Wonderland. It's a maze. It's supposed to make you feel lost. Yes. However, I did cringe whenever I said, you forgot some treasures. And I was like, oh, he's gonna hate this comment so bad.
There was times I was going back to Atlantica and I'm like, I give up. I don't care about those treasures.
Next question. What is the most annoying thing you have to deal with while playing Kingdom Hearts?
Figuring out what NPCs want me to do and expecting me that I'm gonna pick up on it like snappy on my own, and I'm just like, I need more uptake. I need more. Give me more. Like, oh yeah, I wonder where Ansem could be.
I was thinking
Same.
Leon. No, I was thinking Leon when you had to look
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Leon's training. Where?
where? And that was the improved version you were playing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, but no, but my annoying thing, like it wasn't the NPC. Like I told you this in the comments, I was struggling on Agrabah when you had to hit
Okay.
that pillar. It
Yeah.
told you, I wonder if I could hit it. It did not say it in the original. It just said, I wonder if I dot dot dot. That's it. And I'm like,
Oh, that would
okay.
have pissed
And,
me off.
and I clicked it again, and it said it over, no matter how many times you interact with it. I'm like, I kid you not, out of nowhere, out of range, I'm like, fuck this pillar.
Yeah.
Whacked it, and I'm like, okay, solved. I'm like, are you kidding me? 3 weeks. I've been trying to figure this out. I just had to hit it. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. Next question. Do you plan on replaying the game now knowing what it is? And if so, what could you do differently?
I would definitely replay the game. I think the thing that I would do differently would definitely be focusing on collecting a lot of more materials to synthesize, because
Yeah.
a lot of stuff I was purchasing, I could just synthesize it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until much later that synthesizing, that's a thing. And that would have saved me so much on the money.
Yeah.
Look at all this XP and money. MUNNY, money.
Actually, that was the game's flaw because you had to learn the special trinity to get the ladder just to get to the synthesizer shop.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen until like halfway in the game if you're like
Yeah.
even like speed playing it, or how, I don't know how to say it, but if you're like trying to just get through the game, even halfway, you still get that ability, and that's still annoying. Yeah, so yeah, finding the materials is annoying for first players because they don't know what they do. And and Ultima was the most annoying item trying to achieve. Like that's like a bragging rights item. What it is just an ultimate weapon. Like it's the ultimate keyblade. But thing is, you're already near the game. Why do you need to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
keyblade? You're at level 100 for crying out loud. It doesn't matter what
yeah.
keyblade you use. Yeah.
I'm over here like, am I really gonna film another 100 episodes just to get that one keyblade?
Yeah. No, are you? Is there going to be another 100 episodes of you reading the entire journal? Oh my God. I cannot
Oh
get
yeah,
over that.
yeah,
Like near the end of the game, you finally check the journal. I'm like,
yeah.
that could have made your journey so much easier. It could have brought down 50 parts if you would have just read the journal.
Oh, most
But
definitely. Yeah.
yeah, but you're a new player, so I respected your boundaries. Like you don't want actual backseating gaming, so I just let you explore as a new player. And I'm actually glad I didn't because it was fun watching you struggle. All right. Okay. Speaking of keyblades, what is your favorite keyblade in Kingdom Hearts and why?
Okay. Besides the keyblade that I got from Jack Skeleton, I would say the Obsidian keyblade is my favorite
Oblivion.
one. The Oblivion, yes, Oblivion.
Yes.
And it's because not only did I notice it changed the color of the stars, like when you hit an enemy, a bunch of stars would pop out,
Yeah.
like, oh, boink.
Like
But
the
it made them
sparks.
like, it made them like darker. And I was like, ooh, this is kind of
Yeah.
edgy. I like that. The design was
Yeah.
really cool with it, and I liked the buffs it gave. It gave like a bunch of buffs to my character.
Yeah.
So
That's actually the second most favorite Kingdom Heart game to all Kingdom Heart players. I could give you the tier, like the top three. The top one, it's actually Ultima because it's the highest stacks.
yeah.
Next one is Oblivion. The third one is actually Oathkeeper. That's the one that you actually just
Okay.
missed. It's the
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you probably gonna piss off like third of the fans here.
I'm like, Oathkeeper? Nah.
Yeah, and that was that keychain, the little keychain. That's how they change. The keychain was actually from Kyrie.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I want you to have this for good luck. Don't need it. It
Well,
sucks.
I liked how Sora, when he got the keychain, he goes, "Oh, I'll keep it safe," and like crunches it in his hand.
Take this. It's my lucky charm. Be sure to bring it back to me.
Don't worry, I will.
Did he just smash it in his hand? Don't
Promise?
worry. I will.
Promise.
What is your least and most favorite boss battle?
I mean, that's pretty obvious. My least favorite is the Phantom Heartless.
Okay, that's new. What is that? Wait. Okay. What is it, Tink? You want to go to the clock tower so we can be destroyed by Phantom Heartless? Let's go! Alright, this is gonna be fun! Remember, everyone, happy memories, and don't think about your timely demise. Sora just takes off. What was that? What? Death? What? Don't listen to me, Sora! I'm high on pixie dust! Come on! Come on! Suck it! Suck it! Suck it! God, it feels so good! Oh no, you're not feeling so hot? Oh, why did that come out of your pee-pee? I'm not gonna question it. Yeah, go back to the void.
Okay.
I would say my most favorite boss fight is the final boss fight. Not because it was long, which it was, but it
Yeah.
was so intricate how he had different transformations. And it wasn't that when he, because like in most of the boss fights, it was kind of out of place half the time. But his boss fight, he actually changed locations based on his transformation. I
Yeah.
loved that. I
Yeah.
loved the new locations of the transformation, including that final transformation, because that
Yeah.
was awesome.
But that face of that beast, that kaiju,
Yeah.
that stand, I'm like, whoo. Like that's gonna give me night terrors. But
yeah.
but no, the locations, like you started in the island, and then you
Mhm.
started in the ripple of the island, and then
Yeah.
finally it was the void.
Yeah.
I think that was like if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of like a Final Fantasy reference. Like you get to fight in the void, or am I?
Oh, I wouldn't know. Yeah,
I wouldn't know either. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not I know a little bit about Final Fantasy, but not enough to like
You know enough
firm
about the
answers.
characters.
I know enough about the characters, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, next question. Speaking of characters, besides Donald and Goofy, who is your favorite ally in Kingdom Hearts 1?
Oh. At first I would answer Jack Skellington, but I would have to say my favorite ally was Beast.
Beast?
Because
Yeah.
he was probably the only ally that was genuinely useful. Like
When you had a wooden sword, you mean?
Oh yeah, that was fun. But out of all the allies, I don't know if anyone's ever noticed, but like they don't do a lot of damage. Jack Skeleton stands in the way half the time.
Yeah.
Peter Pan just likes to make remarks, but like Beast was actually one-shotting everything, and I loved that.
Well, there was one thing that could have fixed that was the customization of the AIs.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. But like again, it's your first time playing, so I was like, he's because I did the same thing too. I did not understand how the customization worked. Oh my god, I hated when Donald and Goofy wasted all the potions on themselves and not on Sora.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man, that doesn't change, by the way, in future games.
Oh yeah,
like
they just remain like that.
Yeah, so keep in mind, like if you're playing future games, make sure you check the customization. You don't want, and most importantly, this goes from every other game we're playing or not. Do not give elixirs to the AIs.
Yeah, I've
Those are
noticed
for you
that.
to use.
Yeah.
Before starting playing Kingdom Hearts 1,
Mhm.
what were your expectations of the game?
You're gonna hate me for this. I thought I was gonna hate it. I thought before I started playing it, I heard the opening title and like I saw the cover art of the box. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of those romance games, isn't it? Where like they're all cut. That's why they're called the Heartless, because it's these guys who don't love each other, and like the main character is gonna fall in love with the girl, and there's gonna be a rivalry for her heart, and they're gonna get jealous. And as I'm playing it, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the dumb romance. I'm waiting for like this anime romance for no reason. And then like it kept getting better and better. And because the bar was so low
Low.
for that game, actually playing it far surpassed every single expectations I had for that game. And I was just
Okay.
blown completely out of the water to the point where I was like, okay, I have a new addiction. This is happening.
Okay, you kind of answered my part two of the question, but I'll say it anyway.
Okay.
Now that you completed Kingdom Hearts 1, did the game meet your expectations? Obviously.
It surpassed them. Yeah,
It
it
surpassed
surpassed by
them.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I laughed when he said, "Oh my god, do you think it's a romance?"
I really did. I didn't know what, like, I had some clue it had something to do with Disney because Donald and Goofy were on it, but I didn't know I was going to go to other worlds from other franchises. That was awesome.
Yeah, you thought it was a single player version of It Takes Two.
I I thought I was gonna okay. I honestly thought I was gonna play something along the lines of Fruit Basket. I really did.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I don't hate you for it. I'm like, you know what? I don't blame you. That's actually hilarious. I never thought
Especially
of
when
it
you hear
that
that
way.
opening song, like it definitely felt like some anime like game, and no, it
Yeah,
wasn't. It was so
yeah,
much
no.
better.
Like the
Yeah,
only closest thing to romance would be, it's still kind of cringy because this is like kindergarten puppy love, like
yeah.
between Sora and Kyrie.
I would say that, but if you think about it, Riku and Sora. I'm not even joking. Why is there a
Well,
bromance between those two?
well, guess what? You're not the only one that thought that. Everyone thought that.
Everyone shipped them.
Everyone shipped them, including me. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, like it wasn't the game's intention, but I would ship these two.
Yeah. The game's like, no, Kiri and Sora. I'm like, Raikou and Sora.
Okay, how you say Riku's name is so cringing.
Yeah,
Raikou
I know. Sometimes I'll say Raikou and Riku and Ryo, and yeah, it
and
keeps changing.
Traverse Town. It's just Traverse Town. You keep
Trevor's Town?
yeah, just Traverse Town.
I'm going back to Trevor Town.
Okay, moving on.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
All right. How do you feel about the mechanics of Kingdom Hearts 1? Like the
Uh,
gaming mechanics.
the game mechanics are very smooth. There's
Okay.
a problem with going like manually rotating the camera because I feel like the game wants you to have your enemies auto lock for you. But having the free camera, it's like that game is trying to target different enemies without you wanting to target those enemies.
Yeah.
And I don't like how the character, especially in the game that I'm playing now for Chain of Memories, how it just
Mhm.
you make an attack and he's attacking the wrong direction. You're like, I don't remember you doing any of that. It just
Yeah.
but
Dream Drop
outside,
Distance. Or no,
yeah,
wait, Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories. Sorry.
yeah.
Wrong game.
It's Re Chain of Memories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, everything is smooth from how even the jump animation
Yeah.
is the perfect height and the perfect animation for landing on different things that you need to get to. Like
Yeah.
it's like butter. It's smooth.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned the jump. Here's the thing. Like I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, right? And
Yeah.
then I was craving Jack and Dexter. The
Yeah,
buttons were reversed. The buttons were reversed. I was like clicking O. It's like, why are you spin kicking? I'm trying to jump. Where's the jump? And then I click
yeah.
X. I'm like, oh, I forgot the X is the jump button. But every time I'm trying to hit someone, I keep on hitting X. Like, why are you jumping? I'm trying to hit somebody.
Yep.
But I kind of feel the same way. But that was technically your fault for doing the manual camera.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I was like, oh, you're going manual. I
Believe it
never
or
seen
not, I
that
still
happen.
do manual.
Yeah, but you do you. Like, I don't criticize.
Yeah.
Like, you do you. Next question would be, how do you feel about the story of Kingdom Hearts?
Uh, so I like the story so far, and I know you're not talking about the Disney aspect of the Kingdom Hearts, but
Well,
the
no,
actual storyline.
yeah, the actual storyline.
And I kind of like it. I like so from what I understand is that the heartless are the people that have their hearts stolen from the darkness, essentially.
Yeah, and that's the darkest part. Like, oof, someone got
Yeah.
possessed.
And I love that you have this Ansem character who is like experimenting on people to see how the Heartless worked. And then he's like, oh, I am going to become king of the darkness. And it's
Yeah,
like every time a character thinks they're going to rule darkness, it's like the other way around, where the darkness ends up ruling them. And it's like no matter how much you try to take over darkness and use it for your own good, it eventually consumes you and you become one of its puppets. And I'm like,
yeah,
dude, this is the perfect example of what depression is. It really is.
yeah. I
Where
have
like you
to.
think you can master it, and without help from your friends, right?
Yeah,
Without help from your friends, it will take over and you become a heartless. And it's like
yeah,
perfect metaphor.
yeah. I have to confess, I never actually read the answer supports because
Okay.
I didn't got all of them. I was like, I don't want to backtrack. I don't want to, because most of those answer reports come from hidden bosses. I
Yeah.
would I would say I would say it was the Phantom one that had one of the reports.
Yes.
Yeah, I never defeated the Phantom, by the way. I was like, yeah, screw this. I'm not doing this.
You're like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm one of those players. Like, back to story.
Yeah.
But yeah, but after you hearing you read them, I'm like, geez, this guy was disturbed and obsessed.
Yes. And I
Yeah,
think I think the darkness is what made him that way. That maybe at first he was curious, but as he kept like diving into it, it just slowly corrupted him.
yeah, and
Or
to
maybe I'm wrong.
correct,
Maybe he was always corrupted.
and I just realized this now. He possessed a child,
Yes.
Riku. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah. And I love when he's trying to be the main character. It's like, well, he's kind of a main character, just not the one you're playing
I
as.
mean, Riku became the main character because of Ansem.
Yeah. All right. Okay, now that you answer this question, which do you like best? The gameplay or the story? And this is a safe question because like this is where we got two different kinds of fans. Like, people like playing
Yeah.
it for the story, but there are others that like playing it for the gameplay, like because it's fun.
I would I would say kind of the gameplay. The
Mhm.
storyline is beautiful, both
Yeah.
Disney aspect and the Kingdom Hearts original storyline.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like the gameplay is soothing. Like
Yeah.
it's one I don't normally do a lot of level grinding in games. But in this one, the game mechanics and the gameplay is so smooth that it's kind of relaxing, kind of just sitting there level grinding. It really is.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to go with gameplay. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I have to give you a lot of respect for reaching level 100 because even at level 70, you could be defeated all the bosses, like, no
Yeah.
problem. But no, I got to give you props for reaching up to the max level. Like, I was like, man, that's commitment.
Yeah.
However, I've forgotten how you set up in the beginning. Like, you know how you answer those questions of the kids, of the three
Mhm.
kids? If you get, like, thing is, you get the sunrise, the sunset, and the high noon, and that determines of the pacing of your level. I think you started. I think you got the dawn. Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think, which is you start off slow, but then you level up quicker later in the game. I think that's what caused it. So either way, I still give you props. What do you compare Kingdom Hearts to other games you played?
Hmm. Uh as I was playing Kingdom Hearts, it kind of gave me a little bit of like a Fable vibe, where as far as like how the fighting style is and being able to mix it with your magic. Um, but I feel like from the games I've played so far, Fable is possibly the closest that comes to that.
Yeah, but it's more like 3D-ish in a way
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
remember Fabled is kind of a 2D game. Or am I thinking about someone? Oh
I
no, no,
mean,
no! I
Fable.
remember Fable now. Sorry, I was like,
Yeah,
I'm thinking of a completely different game.
I mean, the graphics are very different from each other, from
Yeah.
Fable to Kingdom Hearts, but the game mechanics themselves is very similar.
Okay. All right. Next question. I don't know how you're going to answer this because you kind of described a lot of the games that you liked. What is your favorite part of Kingdom Hearts, like in general? Like like, is there a particular part in the game that made you laugh, or is there a particular part in the game that made it felt fun, like you want to keep on doing it, like test yourself on it?
Uh, I would have to say that it is the interactions between Sora, Goofy, and Donald that was possibly my favorite
Oh,
because
yeah.
they share different personalities. Donald Duck being the most impatient one, why just ignore all of this friendship stuff. We got to find King Mickey.
He's the
And
angry
then
dad of the group.
yeah, yeah. And you have Goofy who's trying to be like the in between the two characters where they're like, "Hey, come on guys, can't we just get along?" And you have Sora who doesn't care about their mission, only cares about finding his friends.
Yeah, he's the
And
child of the group.
yeah. And I loved their interactions between the three of them, even though at parts listening to Donald too much made me
Yeah.
very stressed out, where I was like, chill, Donald, chill.
It's Donald.
but
He never chills.
but like I think what got me most excited in each world that Sora went to, it was a new opportunity to see how the three of them will interact in
Yeah.
each world they go to.
Yeah, they're actually the greatest trio of the game. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Which spell is your favorite to cast?
Time.
Time.
I did not need to think about it whatsoever. Being able to like, especially when there's like a bunch of enemies, being able to pick out the strongest enemy and then stopping them in time to deal with everyone else first.
I forgot you're a stunner.
Yeah, my to go to every single time.
Yeah, yeah, my favorite, well, this is kind of like stupid, but my favorite would be gravity because it wouldn't work on the bosses, but if you do like the regular mooks, like any regular heartless,
Yeah.
it would actually flatten them and they will stay flat for a while. The only catch is that you won't be able to hit them until they bring back into
Yeah.
normal shape. But it's still kind of hilarious. Like, that is so cartoon Disney.
It's they're adding a little bit of Looney Tunes into it.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, like I gave you tips on how to handle the freaking white mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it was shivering, you freaking cast Blizzard. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it was already cold to begin with. You were supposed to cast fire.
When I picked up that I had to use their like body language as a hint of which spell to use, I thought they were trying to tell me which spell to use. So when they were
Yeah.
shivering, I'm like, ice magic, and I did it, and they're like, cool, buddy. It's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know what you want.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. Bye.
Yeah.
Forget the gift that I saved for you. What were your first thoughts of Sephiroth being in the game?
um So I kind of always had this feeling that Sephiroth would be in the game because Cloud was in the game.
Okay.
I thought, like, at first I was kind of stunned by how amazing that opening was for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I didn't know who it was. And I was like, oh, this must be a really cool character. I can't wait. And once I saw like that famous long silver hair,
Mm-hmm.
I instantly knew how fucked I was.
Live, damn it, live.
and like I saw his one wing, and I was like, "You can go back to hell."
Who's it gonna be? Who is it this time? Who are you gonna be? You can return to the hell you came from! No, 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 no! You don't belong here. You can go home. That's okay. Oh, what fresh hell is this?
Were you expecting Final Fantasy characters to be in it too?
Not really.
Okay.
I knew that it had something to do with Disney because of the box art, obviously, but I never truly knew that it was going to bring in a lot of different Final Fantasy elements into the game. And even still, I didn't catch on there were Final Fantasy characters right away. I was like, huh, these characters look awfully familiar. It wasn't until like once I started hearing their names and like the most iconic characters came into play, then I was like, oh my god, it's Final Fantasy. It was right there the whole time.
Yeah, when they mentioned the name Leon, you were automatically thinking, wait, Final Fantasy Leon? Or is this just some random character Leon?
To be honest, I was like, is it Final Fantasy Leon or Resident Evil 4 Leon? Which Leon are we talking about?
Yeah, when I was watching your video with that reaction, like, oh, this is gonna be fun. Like you were like on point on that one. I was like, oh, he's gonna love this part. And I don't remember. Did you beat Leon when you first encountered him? Okay, yeah. In case you didn't know, the story still continues if you lost from Leon, but the scene would have been different.
Oh, I wasn't gonna allow him to beat me.
Yeah,
that was never an option.
Yeah,
but I would have to say my biggest clue out of all of it was the chocobo inside the cave. That was the biggest. Now, at first, I thought that was just an Easter egg. That maybe it was like the game developer Easter egg that wasn't tied into the game at all. And we've seen those time and time again in video games.
Yeah,
but it helped open my mind to the possibility of there could be Final Fantasy characters in this.
What are your favorite type of Heartless that you like to face?
I mean, besides the one I'm currently wearing.
Yeah. The basic
Heartless. I would have to say, I don't know if that's what these are called, but I like the Gargoyle Heartless. The ones that have the wings that fly around. Those are really cool. I love those ones.
Yeah, they're fun. My favorite, you're probably gonna judge me on this, are the Fat Heartless.
Okay. Yeah.
Like both the fire one and just the plain black one. They're actually just fun to fight because I could just jump over them and whack. Jump over, whack, especially when you're at a high level where you're just one hit kill.
Yeah.
But there's actually you're one of those players that are more offensive than defensive. Like if you would have used deflect, if they were charging at you, if you would have deflected, they would have like bounced off you.
Okay.
That's actually one of the few things that's hard for me to like accept. Like there's different ways of playing this game, and you think your way is the best way. That was hard for me to like keep to myself because I'm like, why aren't you using block? Why are you using block? Oh, he's one of those players that's more offensive than defensive.
Even as I'm playing Chain of Memory, I'm like realizing my main form of attack is to be offensive as much as possible. And so what I end up doing is I stacked my deck with more melee weapons or cards. And very little summons. And now I'm kind of like playing the game more smoothly than I was prior. So you're right. My playstyle is very much more offensive than is defensive. And I think if I was to choose the shield at the beginning when you have the three options, that would have been the horrible choice for me. It would not have worked for me.
It was funny how you brought that up because it actually does affect on your stats on the game. Like you obviously chose sword, so your offense and your power is gonna increase more quickly than all your other stats. But also it does matter whether you do not sacrifice or do not choose to. like you got rid of the shield, so your defensive skills are going to be like the slowest rate of leveling up.
Right.
But when you ignore the staff, it's actually the average. Like if you would have sacrificed the staff over the shield, your magic would have you would have struggled on your casting.
Yeah.
But you did use some magic. It took you long enough to use cure, by the way. I'm like,
halfway
dude,
through the game, I'm now using cure.
Yeah, like that's like your automatic freaking potion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you wasting money on potions, dude?
Yeah, if I just started using cure right off the bat, I would have not bought maxed out amounts of potions.
I think we're at the point where I could ask the final question.
Okay.
You're gonna judge me so hard, or you're gonna have a hard time answering this because it involves me. What is your favorite comment that I posted on any of your Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays?
All right.
By the way, if the viewers don't know, every single video I posted a comment from beginning to end.
I think my favorite comments, because there was plural, was when you tried to. Wait, no, I know exactly which comment was my favorite. It was when you were judging me for attacking Piglet.
I made a meme about that.
You got so mad at me for attacking Piglet, but like in my head, I thought the fire spell was gonna knock Piglet back and like keep them like stuck, and you're like, "How dare you?"
And second, that was you were attempted to kill freaking Tigger. It's like, okay, Piglet isn't my favorite, but Tigger, he's my favorite. Don't you? I even made like me making a scene like having a shotgun and loading every single bullet after every word. Like, don't you think about killing Tigger and fully. Oh my god! I knew you were gonna bring that one up. What are your expectations on the future games?
I would say that my future expectations, like, because now that I've played the first game, I kind of have an idea of the setup for each one to come.
Yeah.
And with that, I would have to say that my expectations is that I'm going to experience other franchises, possibly revisit some familiar ones as well.
Okay.
But I feel like the entirety of Kingdom Hearts is literally kind of like they have their own storyline, of course, but you're following that storyline through Disney. And I think I would have to say that I'm very much looking forward to seeing what other Disney characters they bring into this franchise and how that will interact with the Heartless itself. That's gonna be it for this video.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone that watched this interview, and I'm definitely looking forward to our next interview together.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a blast.